What exactly are we talking about?
Politics.
Sports.
Education.
We'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We talk, you listen.
Bigg's Golf Talk.
Well, here you all are, waiting to hear my broadcast. How very nice of you.
Bigg's Golf Talk.
America is talking.
Talking and yakety yak.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's all about talk.
A place for information, advice, golf news, golf reviews, and of course, golf humor.
Do you know who this is?
Bigg's Golf Talk.
Comes highly recommended. You're going to feel better if you talk to him.
That's the fact, Jack. Now we'll talk.
Bigg's Golf Talk is presented by US Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today by participating in a local qualifier near you. If there's not a local qualifier near you, talk to your favorite golf course and get them to host a local qualifier so you could qualify for the King's Cup. Bigg's Golf Talk is also sponsored in part by ShotScope. Data is power. Encore Golf. Oh, wait till you hear the news about Encore Golf. Photo Ball Marker. McNally 22. UFO Tour Golf. Ready Putt. Never putt with a dirty ball ever again. Nope. Never, 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 never. Spider Divot Tools. The safest divot tool for the green. Connect with Bigg's Golf Talk on the social networks. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Golf Bald. Subscribe to Bigg's Golf Talk in YouTube, on iTunes. We're available in the Google Play Music Store, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and on your Alexa devices. The website for Bigg's Golf Talk. Be a part of the BGT Mafia today by visiting www.biggsgolftalk.com. BIGGS golftalk.com. The April giveaway is posted, as a matter of fact, so make sure you go enter every day and often. So the more entries you have, the better chance you have to win that great, great golf bag, that Aqua golf bag from Big Mac's Golf. It's a great prize. I am Bigg Jon Vick, and on the other side of the table, we have the other twosome joining in here on Bigg's Golf Talk. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the golf diva, Amanda Robertson. Yes, give it up. Yeah, woo! And he's a legend. He's a god. No, he is the golf father, the one and only Bill. The golf father, Cuebas. Give it up for Billy. Woo! What? Yes. Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing this morning?
Wonderful.
Yep, doing good.
Having a good week. Everybody got any golf in this week?
Yeah, just, the huge for me with backswing going and everything and playing with my buddies. What about you, Bill?
Yeah, I got a couple rounds in this week. I got more coming. I got another round tomorrow, so it's been a good week.
You sound either tired or sad, and that is not a good way to start this Saturday morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll pick up.
I'm sorry. I'll go sit in the cart.
Yeah. Pick my ball up and go sit in the cart.
Beverage girl, please. Beverage girl, yes.
Yep.
Here in Wisconsin, of course, we got about 1.5 inches of snow on Wednesday. So that's got to clear away, and what a weekend it's going to be tomorrow. Some thunderstorms moving in again in the Wisconsin area, and I got to move. I just got to get the hell out of Wisconsin and go someplace warm if I want to play golf as much as I want to play golf. I'll tell you. Boy, oh boy. Want to mention the contest one more time. You can't say it enough. We will be doing a YouTube giveaway as well, and that will be coming up pretty soon on how you can win a great prize on YouTube by just subscribing. Also, you can have a chance to win that Aqua golf bag by Big Macs at biggsgolftalk.com. And, Billy, you have that bag, so you know all about that bag and how. Is it really waterproof? Does it really hold up to the rain and inclement conditions out there?
Absolutely. I was the first one in the United States to have it. I had the only one that they brought over during the PGA show. and I was lucky enough that they gave it to me right from the PGA show and said, "Here, try it out." And it took it was almost like 9 months before they brought it stateside, so it was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Wow. See, when you're the golf father, you get all kinds of connections.
Yeah, I think they kind of like me. Yeah, I gotta like that just a little bit.
I think they more than like you, Billy. They really love the golf
Big, yeah, Big Max loves me.
Yes,
What can I say? Yeah.
And Amanda, I can imagine having a quality golf bag, especially when you're on a tour, that is waterproof and protects all the valuables that you have and you carry in your golf bag. That could be pretty crucial, can't it?
Well, yeah, you got to keep your makeup bag dry. Come on now, boy. Yes, no, I will say that my golf bag, I'm always looking, whether I'm using my staff bag or a carry bag, I'm looking for something, that's durable, but lightweight. And then, yes, I don't want it to just be a sopping mess if I get caught out in the weather. So. Yeah,
and my makeup bag doesn't fit in it, so I have the opposite problem.
Makes sense. You have your glam squad come to the course, don't you?
Yeah, I have all my peeps there, and they try because it takes a lot of work, to make me pretty. So I'm trying, though. I'm trying to get there.
All you got to do is flex those guns. That's all. You just flex that.
Right.
You flex those pecs, and boy, oh boy, they just start running, and the Godfather.
But which direction? Do they run away or to me? That's the question.
Ooh.
I think they're running away.
No, I think they run to you. For me, it's makeup bag. People just laugh. If you see an entourage of ambulances follow me, that's more like it because the plastic surgeons are in those things to make me look good. So you two don't need that issue. I don't have that issue. Me, I have that issue.
Oh my God! You gave us a compliment and dissed yourself.
What's going on, boys?
What's up with that? That's crazy. Whew, that's a first.
I know. Mark it down because it's the only.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna snatch that recording.
There you go. Big week this week. Raise your hand if this is your favorite time of the year. It is Masters Week, green and gold all the way, or green and yellow all the way. And Amanda, are you a big fan of the Masters?
Of course. I don't know who isn't. It's just a really fun time, and it's such a great event. And if you've ever been, I actually have not been, but man, my business partner has gone with her husband, and obviously a lot of people have gone and just said it's like God just opens up the heavens and lays down perfect sod and just makes it a beautiful week out on the golf course. So it's fun to watch. I actually like watching it from home because I can replay stuff. I get the up close and personal, conferences. Sometimes it's hard when you're there and you're following and whatnot.
Well, later on, we're going to have a Masters roundtable discussion, talk about who we like at the Masters to win that tournament, who we think may deserve and earn that green jacket. But one of the greatest news stories, I think, Billy, you can agree with this, is not very often. And we have seen many and talk with many Indi golf companies, Billy. Not very often do you see the headlines of an Indi golf company making its debut at the Masters.
Yes, that's huge. Very, very huge.
And to have a legend. A legend.
The first shot.
Absolutely.
That was incredible.
If you guys have not heard, our sponsor here on Biggs Golf Talk, Encore Golf signs Gary Player to a ball deal, along with he signs with PXG as well on the same day, but to a ball deal, and he played the Elixir golf ball at the Par 3 Challenge and got some great TV time on that with that ball, but also the ceremonial first tee shot hit by Gary Player also featured the Elixir golf ball. That is huge, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, they've come so far, and to have him hit that ball, I mean, I saw him practicing. He was on the range on the putting green. Was it 2 days ago? It was 2 days ago. He was actually practicing with the ball, and they show him flipping because he likes to putt covering his eye, so he can't see the target. and you could see that there were Encore golf balls that he was practicing with. So it was pretty neat to watch.
Let me tell you, that is the guy you want for your company to represent you. I had the rare privilege a couple years back when I went to France for the Evian. He was kind of the guest celebrity, and I got to interview him. And I will tell you, so he's with Rolex and a couple others, but Rolex is obviously, the Annika Major Award there. And I will tell you, there is no better advocate if he is on board with your company. So for like Encore, he is going to talk until he's blue in the face about how great that company is. And he's just such a good man and a good spokesperson, and obviously an icon to all of us. So I think Encore's doing such big things, so great.
Absolutely.
It was weird, Biggs. He switched everything.
Yes.
He became he even switched his golf clubs and everything. I was surprised when I saw his golf bag and the company that he switched to, and then he made a big change on everything between the golf clubs and the golf ball.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he with Callaway for a while, for the longest time?
Yes, absolutely, for a super long time.
Yeah,
super long time. And you know that Steve from UFO Tour
does his bags.
He does his bags. So I was really surprised. That came out of nowhere. I was like, huh? I saw the bag, and then I knew about the golf balls when I saw the announcement, but when I saw the bag and all the change of clubs, I was really shocked that he made such a drastic change for everything. So it was kind of cool to see, especially with Encore golf ball, at least.
Amanda, let me ask you this. I mean, he's up there in age. He's, and good for him that he could still swing. I hope when I'm his age, I could still swing a club and do very well at the game and have fun doing it at that age. But does that say a lot when you get two prime companies like Encore Golf, was an Indi, still considered an Indi golf company, and then a large company like BiGGs, who has made certainly a dent in the equipment industry? For those that don't know, the owner of BiGGs actually owns GoDaddy.
Bob Parsons.
That's right.
Yep.
So does that say a lot, to sign a legend, or can it say, you know what, they're signing an old-timer who doesn't have any impact on the tour right now? Although I disagree, because I think you mentioned a Gary Player, and that's huge impact because everybody knows a Gary Player.
Oh, 100%. He's timeless. He's timeless. I think that,
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here on the other flip, though, for those people that are listening to this and say, Gary Player, he hasn't done anything. But all you have to do is put Gary Player.
He's a legend.
Absolutely.
He's a legend.
He's already, and that's the thing. That's like the same thing as saying, well, Tiger isn't playing like he used to. Well, he's still Tiger, and I think that's the thing with Gary Player. He's made such an impact in the fitness side of golf, as we know. He was the only one during his era that really believed that physical fitness was a key element to the game. And, I've heard him speak a lot, obviously, about that. And I just think, I think when you have somebody, like I said, that's a timeless icon, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he's not, winning senior tour events today. It's not. He was a great player. He is a great player. And I'm telling you, at his age, that guy gets around so well, and he has more energy than I did at the Evian. He was bouncing around doing 9 interview lineups.
Yeah, yeah, I bet.
Well, and it goes to show that he's been around so long, just like the LPGA founder Marilyn Smith that passed during the week. He's 89, but the loss is still great to the game. You know what I mean? I don't think when you have a legend that it matters, because you see them, they're still there. You go to some of these events and she was still there. She was still huge for the golf industry. Just the presence of them, brings so much to the table. And that's why I don't think you could ever take that away. I don't think their value ever drops. I believe when they get to that age and that stage, Look at the impact when Arnie passed. I mean, people are still feeling it. They're legends. It doesn't matter. I don't think their value ever goes down.
And personally, I think the legend status of a Gary Player. We talk about Arnie, and you could certainly see at Arnie's tournament, at even the Masters, people missed the presence of an Arnold Palmer. And I think when the time goes for one Gary Player that he could no longer be with us and gets back up and plays around with the king, endless rounds, that you are still going to miss that presence of one Gary Player.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
so.
I think so, yeah.
Hey,
Lots of stuff going on, but it's good stuff.
Absolutely. Bigg's Golf Talk has a great show for you today. Today, Rob Lang from Indi Golf is going to be joining us. Jim Stracka from Strackaline is going to be joining us and announcing some news when it comes to the USGA and his software, his books to read the greens. We've got some great guests here. On Par with Amanda will be coming up next. And your Bigg's Product of the Week is going to be here, and your Golf Life Report. All that in a 2-hour show. Is 2 hours enough? We're going to find out right here on Bigg's Golf Talk. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey everyone, Bigg's Golf Talk is now on iHeartRadio. Download the app for free or go to iHeart.com and search for Bigg's Golf Talk. Be sure to save us as a favorite so that you'll know when we're on. Join the millions of iHeartRadio listeners and listen to Bigg's Golf Talk. Golf Talk for golfers.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is in its 5th season of identifying the best two-person amateur teams in the country. 8 teams in 4 flights, in 2 age divisions, represent Team USA in a Ryder Cup-style competition with their international counterparts in the King's Cup. We're looking for amateur golfers like you. The King's Cup is played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the King's Cup begins with a local qualifier. Over 100 local qualifiers will be conducted throughout the U.S. beginning in February. By finishing in the top 30% of their local qualifier, teams earn their way into the USGC King's Cup National Qualifier. The USGC is also looking for golf courses to host qualifiers. For information or to search for a local qualifier, the USGC website is www.usgolfchallenge.com.
This is a commercial for golfers. Take the next step to improving your game with ShotScope and discover your strengths and weaknesses. Analyze statistics on your clubs, tee shots, approaches, short game, and putting. ShotScope V2 is the golf watch that combines GPS distances with automatic performance tracking. Once you have it, you won't want to play around without it. Check out ShotScope.com to take your game to the next level.
Golf is a dirty game. It's time to clean it up with Ready Pot, the only putter cover with a built-in ball cleaner and magnetic surface. Clean balls roll accurately, meaning you make more putts. Sink more, swear less. Clean up your game with Ready Pot.
It's time for commentary, opinion, and controversy. On Par with Amanda. And here's the golf diva, Amanda Robertson.
Good morning, Bigg's Golf Talk. You are listening to On Par with Amanda. Well, good morning, everyone. We are diving right on in to last week's topic. For those of you that need a little catch-up, you should be listening, so hopefully you are tuned in. Club fitting. So last week we talked about how important is club fitting. As, you know, an amateur player, I think it's huge. I think club fitting is something that can definitely change your game. It can definitely tune in and get you to the next level. 4 or 5 strokes easily shaved off when clubs properly are fit to you. Maybe even more. Whether that's, loft and lie or peering the shafts. When you get into spining the shafts, I think that's for a driver. I don't think it knocks off 10 strokes, but I think it's definitely something to check into. And if you have the resources to do so, I think it's great. I did get some feedback. Thank you again for writing in and giving your opinions. So I did have a reply from John, and John said, it is absolutely worth the extra money. He saw a huge difference when aligning the spine and puring the shafts in his irons. Well, John, I totally agree. I think it's something that makes a difference and not enough people take advantage of it. Now, obviously, these things cost money, obviously, but golf is already an expensive sport. So a lot of times it doesn't cost as much as you think it does to at least go down and hit some shots off a lie board and make sure that your clubs are set to you, whether that's upright or flat. So it's worth it. And I always tell people driver and putter are the two things. Absolutely. If you can go get done, your putter should be fit to you. And that kind of goes back to that idea that you shouldn't change your swing for a club. You should fit the club to your swing. And that goes for putter especially. We all have different putting strokes. Everything is such an art when you're putting, and it's all feel, and you really have to feel comfortable standing over the ball. And so go check it out. Go get your putter bent to fit you. You should not have the toe of your putter sticking straight up in the air and standing, 3 feet from the ball. Like, come on, guys. Go get it fit. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. I also got a reply from Craig. Now, Craig has a little different opinion. He says, no, I truly believe that golf is feel and that you can overcompensate by playing around with your equipment too much. I agree. I mean, I agree in the sense that I'm a feel player. I've always been a feel player. But where I disagree with Craig is that it really can make a difference when you get into certain elements of your clubs. Now, I don't sit there and I don't beat the science behind the golf club to death. I don't sit there, not the person in my garage tinkering around with, different clubs and grinds and changing, and I'm going to get my 5-iron a little, changing the loft. And I don't do any of that. But where I let the professionals come in is they properly have all of my clubs evenly spaced out. How many times do you go out and I see people hit a 6-iron and a 7-iron the same yardage? That's because along the way, either something got bent, shaft is wrong, or something's going on. So that's why it's so important. So everyone, go get some type of club fitting, even if it's minimal. Like I said, you can hit shots off a lie board with, or you can put, tape on the bottom of the club and see where you're hitting the ball. It should be center on the bottom of the club face. If you start to get out towards the toe or you start to get towards the heel, that's when, you definitely need to go see someone about bending those clubs. But let a pro do it. It takes literally 10 minutes. So that is that, and we are moving right on into this week's topic. I am super pumped. I'm always looking for something that's a little edgy, and something that is kind of means a lot to me because I was not a collegiate athlete. So for those of you that don't know my backstory, I turned pro right after college, but going into college, I had only been playing since I was 16-ish, so I wasn't good enough to play D1 college golf, and, I went to Pepperdine, I loved it, but I just wasn't good enough at the time, and I tried to be a walk-on, and that didn't really work out, and so I just got through school, and then decided I was going to make a go for it after college. Now, with that said, I think that's why I do have such a strong opinion. I went through school without playing a sport for the school. I played a sport for an amateur golf tour to get better, and I played in other tournaments outside of my college. So I got to be a college athlete, but I wasn't owned by my college. Now, this is huge in this week's topic. We are talking about college athletes. Should they be paid or should they not? Now, like I said, I'm super passionate about this topic. I literally could talk for days on this subject, but let's go over some of the things, the pros and cons about it. Now, obviously, different colleges are very different. Some are revenue producing colleges and some are not. Some are scrapping around. Different sports also produce different amounts of revenue for these colleges. A lot of schools, they rely on the football program to bring in money. Golf, not necessarily, but with that said, if you're a top school and everything is sponsored and the school is outfitted in the latest Nike, and this is where I'm starting to see that maybe paying college athletes wouldn't be a terrible idea. So a little bit back to, let's go to the pros and cons. One of the pros, I think, to paying college athletes, like, you have to remember that they are working every day so hard to play for this team and doing 2-a-day workouts, and whether that's football or golf, you are property of the school at this point, and your bodies break down over the time you're in college. They're putting their bodies on the line each day that they are working out. And some say, well, golf isn't a contact sport, but if you know the workout routines behind golfers in college, and you know whether you're a football player or you're a golfer, you're in the gym with your team every day, and you're doing sometimes 2-a-days, and you're hitting a million golf balls and chipping and putting every single day for hours. So yeah, you're breaking down your body. So by the time you get to wanting to turn pro, whether that's a baseball player or a football player, your bodies have already been spent for 4 years. So that's huge, and I think there's a big part. If you're putting your body on the line for the school in college, and you're representing them and you're playing your hardest, and then you blow out your ACL, or you have a wrist injury or your shoulder, then when you get to try to turn pro, then there's an issue, because now I've given all I've had to you guys in college, and now I can't even make it on the pro circuit because I'm beat down. So that's one of the things that I think is a huge factor in paying. Also, the athletes, the student athletes, really do, in a lot of cases, bring in a huge amount of money for the school. The school gets so many perks and benefits by having the college program of athletes. And so, granted, like I said, there are certain revenue producing schools that are obviously, the Pac-10, in Division I. These schools, you are definitely seeing more revenue come in. They're not fighting over a budget. So obviously that plays a factor, but man, you are using these athletes to literally have so much money thrown at the school, and no one's getting any benefits. Now, granted, I know these students are on scholarship, a lot of them, but scholarship, that's great. That pays for school. But what about paying them for their time and for all of the other stuff that goes along with it? So the other thing that I said, I think paying the athletes at an early age, it kind of helps create a sense of knowing how to handle your finances. And this is a huge one, because a lot of times students get to college and they are so young, they don't know, but then they go through college and still never learn anything about finances. So then they get to, the pro level, and they're lost with their money. That's why so many people they don't know how to handle it. They blow it. So I think if we can start that early, how awesome. And I'm not talking millions, guys. I'm not talking handing these students millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars for that matter, but compensation in some form and learning the responsibility of how to get money from a sport that you are playing and not just go blow it is huge. So whether we implement a program where they can only take out a percentage, it's just like, a lot of team sports in the pro, like baseball or football, they watch their guys, they make sure their money is set. So those are some of the things that I think really, really, really make a difference. You are the property of the school at that point, and so this is where me not playing for my school really, it showed me the difference. I had the freedom to practice when I wanted. I could go to the gym when I wanted, and I didn't have to worry if I had a paper due. Then I could rearrange my schedule more, be more flexible. I didn't have to travel with my team. I could just focus on me, go out, hit balls, go back. And I will tell you that I saw these girls working so hard, and guys alike, on the golf team, baseball team. They're traveling week to week. They're trying to do their schoolwork on the road. They are literally living for the school at that point. And so this is what frustrates me. Because the school, here's clothes and we're going to pay for your travel, but I just don't feel like the students are being compensated enough for how much money some of these schools are pulling in. And I don't know how to get around it. I don't know how to fix it. I don't have the answer. All I know is that this is something that really, really should be looked into. Now, to play devil's advocate, because I know some of you are sitting there going, this is absurd, and it's a very stupid idea, but I don't feel that way. I feel like it's a great idea. So a couple things to remember on the cons list. A friend of mine was very adamant about it would kind of take away the purity of a college player by paying them, because a lot of times people say that once you start getting paid for something, a sport that you love to do, you don't play as hard because it's already set. But I, in fact, think it's different. I think that the students would be more incentivized to not feel like they're just a working piece of property. They're going to be excited to go out there and play for their school, and it's going to help. A lot of people say that they already receive a lot of other benefits, like obviously their scholarship, but books and basic needs are it. Why not pay these athletes that you're tearing down, that don't even a lot of times get to the pro level because they're so burnt out after college? So some things to look into, folks. I definitely think that anything worth doing is worth doing right. So I understand that it's difficult to make it work for college students because there's so many different situations in college. But with that, I think if it is put up in front of everyone, I think there's a way we can figure it out. Whether that's D1 handles it a little differently than D2 and D2 handles it a little differently than D3, I think there is a solution. Now, I am not the person to give that solution. I do not know. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what you think about paying collegiate athletes. I definitely, have an opinion coming from an outsider of a college athlete, although I did play while going to school. And my job was a little easier because I didn't have the school dictating when and how and why. So let me know your thoughts. Write into biggsgolftalk@gmail.com with subject line on par with Amanda, so I know you're talking to me. And then make sure you reach out on my Instagram. It's a Robertson Golf. You can slide on into my DMs, and I will write back. Also, don't forget, interact with me. I love hearing feedback. I love getting your guys' opinions. That's what keeps me going week to week. And if you have any topics that you want to discuss, let me know. I'm always open for new controversial ideas. I'm also open to bring in some people onto the show that are very opinionated and have difference. I love having debates. So let me know, everyone. And until next time, keep swinging for par.
There's a great segment by Amanda Robertson. Keep swinging for par, people. Keep swinging for par. On Par with Amanda. Sponsored by Backswing Golf Events. Listen, folks, if you're looking for classy ladies to come and raise money for your event or your charity, as a matter of fact, BackswingGolfEvents.com is the only place you need to go to and book these lovely ladies for your event to raise money and entertain the golfers in your event. Backswing Golf Events is the place for your event today.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out BackswingGolfEvents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap, already providing over 10,000 scholarships. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
This is the Golf Life Report. I'm Travis Harper. Who doesn't love golf giveaways? Well, Golf Life has one for you. Golf Life host Colton Little tells you how you can win now.
We're partnering with Cleveland and Tricks on Golf to give away golf balls and wedges to, that's right, you, the fan. Cleveland is the leader in short game play, and we want you to be a part of this success by giving you multiple chances to win a new Cleveland Rotex 4 wedge or a box of Tricks on golf balls. Just sign up one time for multiple opportunities to win at golflife.com and get an extra entry by following us on Instagram at GolfLifeTV. Sign up today at golflife.com for your chance to win.
As always, for the best video golf tips, gear reviews, course and trial features, and PGA player profiles, check out golflife.com or follow us on facebook.com/golflife or on Instagram at golflifetv. I'm Travis Harper, and that is this week's Golf Life Report.
Have you ever seen a tour pro line up a putt with a dirty ball? No way. A clean ball rolls accurately, and accurate putts mean lower scores. The solution? Ready Putt. It's the putter cover reinvented. Ready Putt has a patented ball cleaner that's made to absorb and retain water. All you need to do is add water, and it remains wet throughout your round, giving your ball the perfect shine. It also has a magnetic surface to hold your ball marker and divot repair tool. Let's say you switch putters from round to round using a blade, mid-mallet, or large mallet. Ready Putt Original has you covered. The universal design with its unique foam insert fits 99% of all putters. It has the same water-retaining ball cleaner and magnetic surface features, so you'll have everything you need to prepare your putt. Look, putting is hard enough. Accurate putts start with a clean ball, and a clean ball starts with Ready Putt.
For more information about Ready Putt, visit ReadyPutt.com. That is ReadyPutt.com. Clean it and sink it.
Golf Dots is a unique, high-resolution ink transfer to personalize your golf game. Golf balls, golf shoes, and clubs, Golf Dots can personalize it for you. Golf Dots conforms to the USGA rules and doesn't alter the trajectory of your golf ball. Tour proven on all major tours, Golf Dots is designed and made in America. Many styles to choose from that will fit every golfer's personality. New styles are being released on a regular basis, so to order your Golf Dots, visit www.golfdots, that's GOLFDOTZ.com. Golf Dots is also available in many golf shops. The website for Golf Dots is www.golfdots.com. And if you enter promo code BiGGJON15, that's BIGGJON 15, you get a discount for your Golf Dots. Or call 847-829-4238. Personalize your golf game today with Golf Dots.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here on the Lake County Sports Network, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, and on Spotify. Bigg Jon Vick, along with the Golf Diva, Amanda Robertson, and the Golf Father, Bill Cuebas. And Amanda, you know, you and me and Billy, one thing we have talked about when it comes to scoring well is our short game, and I know you're a big component about being able to score well during the short game, but being a pro, how important is the short game to a pro?
It's everything. I think that that's what separates the amateurs from the professionals, because you're not going to hit perfect golf shots all the time, or rarely. So it's the girls and the guys that can grind through a round and get up and down. If you're knocking it close and you can save your up and down, that's huge. That's saving you so much.
Let me ask you, when it comes to the wedges in your bag, are those pretty personal to you? Because isn't that a feeling type of shot that you have to have, is with those wedges you have to feel that shot?
Most definitely. I know for me, I'm very particular with my wedges, so I'm a more aggressive short game player, so I use a 60 and a 56, and they have to feel good, they have to feel comfortable, and I know wedges are supposed to be the heaviest clubs in your bag, essentially, when you're looking at kind of like the mechanics behind everything, and I actually put in the lightest shafts I can put in because I want to feel all the weight in the head. So, it's very customized to each individual. You got to feel good with your wedges.
I agree with you, because I'll tell you what, I was gaming Cleveland wedges, and they were pretty heavy. They were, compared to my current wedges from Indi Golf, they were pretty heavy. Now I have the Indi Golf wedges, and oh my God, you could just tell you have gotten a good shot. You could tell when that ball is what it's gonna do on that right from the impact, and that is such a great feeling when you can feel that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Now, Bill, the Golf Father Cuebas, a couple years ago, we came across and met a young man by the name of Rob Lang, and he's the founder and CEO of Indi Golf Wedges. And Bill, you were the first one to grab one of his wedges, and at that time, he did not have a conforming wedge, but had a wedge that provided maximum spin for the amateur golfer out there that is looking to have a good time out there. But he's also now has the TT wedges as well that are conforming to the USGA rules. Still, at the level of the USGA, maximizing spin control with those TT wedges. And Billy, we got the numbers when you first grabbed that wedge and you hit it at the PGA demo day, and now playing these wedges, I'm playing these wedges. I know you've played these wedges. It's just an amazing thing that Indi Golf and he can really give the big OEMs a run for their money.
Yeah, especially with that spin back.
Yeah.
When we were there, I actually made the ball spin back, and it wasn't just a little bit. It was actually going back with those wedges. And I think Rob knows, I think I was up to about, it was like 1,300 RPMs with the non-conforming, and I still almost doubled with the conforming as opposed to the regular wedges that I was playing with. So you get a lot more spin on the ball. So it was a lot more, I was able to control it a lot better with them.
As a matter of fact, currently there's a video of me interviewing Rob Lang from the PGA Merchandise Show this past January. Head over to YouTube to go check that out on our YouTube channel. But we have Rob Lang on the line right now. Rob, welcome into Bigg's Golf Talk, my friend.
Thanks for having me on, and thanks for calling me a young man. That makes me feel great.
Well, one of the reasons why we had you on, you're actually giving away a custom Masters-themed wedge, but you also want to talk about the new wedges that you have coming up, down the line here. So let's talk about the giveaway. What's the giveaway all about?
Yeah, so it's our new wedge for this year. It's a different grind, so it still has the great technologies that you guys have seen and you've used and seen the performance of. So it still has our scoop back technology, which makes it very forgiving. And then we have our proprietary grooves that can spin the ball more than what we see with our competitors out there. So what we did just to expand the line this year is we added a new grind called the ATK, which is short for attack. It's a little wider sole that has the some relief in the toe, heel, and the back edge. So it's a little more versatile out of different conditions. It's more this compared to our other grind. It's a little more ideal for wetter, softer conditions, or for somebody who has a steep angle of attack because it won't dig as much. And so what we did, to help introduce that, which we're going to have our inventory here in about a week or so, and everybody can check it out. But we had a Masters theme wedge made, so it's made with one of the new finishes that we're also offering, which is matte black, and then of course we've spruced it up with some of the colors that everyone's used to seeing at Augusta. So there's 4 ways to win it. If people go on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, find us there. You're going to want to follow us and like the post. And then you can also get on our website and sign up for the newsletter. That's another way to win. So you can get four entries in if you go to all the different platforms and do that.
Now, all the eligible entries will be announced within 48 hours of the giveaway closing. And are you going to do that on social media then, on all your social media platforms?
Yes, we will. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And everybody know on Tuesday after the Masters. So
awesome. So the new ATK grind that you have, what is the difference between that grind and the current grind you have on, let's say, on my wedge?
Yeah, so the what we call the grind on the current Stingray and Stingray TTs is the Flex grind, or FLX, and the reason why we call that is because being a small company, when you first launch a wedge line, you're trying to make it as versatile as possible. So we looked at the loft, at what would be ideal for each loft, and we tried to make the grind flexible throughout the line, so it's not as concentric as, say, the ATK. When you look at the ATK, you can tell it's really a family. That grind really flows and looks the same all the way from the 50 degree down to the 62. And the 62 is something new that we're introducing also with the ATK grind. With the FLX grind, if you look at the 46 through 50, they're a little bit narrower sole. They have some bounce on it, and they're more designed for fairway play. And then you have the 50 or 54, 56. We were kind of trying to figure out what is a good combination between sand and fairway. So we came up with that bounce it's not quite as wide a sole as the ATK, but it has a lot of bounce, so it's still easy to get out of the sand. And we did put some relief on it, so if you open it up around the greens, you can still use that. And then our lob wedges, the 58 and 56, we made those even wider sole, and it's more of an effective bounce than actual bounce on the sole, so it's easy to use from the fairway. You can open it up and the leading edge doesn't lift up, and then out of the bunkers it's really easy to pop it out of the bunkers. And I know that's something you commented on, John, where you said your bunker play was actually a little better with these. Absolutely. Now, Amanda, let me ask you this. I mean, we're talking about the bounces and of the wedges. What would you? I mean, I guess how many wedges would you want to carry in your bag? Knowing that there's all these options, you better sand play. I mean, are you going to put maybe a sand wedge, a sand play wedge in a tournament that may have more bunkers on that course than your average golf course may have? I mean, how do you determine what wedge you want to play for a tournament?
So yeah, it definitely depends on where you're playing, for sure. I mean, so I grew up in California. If you play anywhere up Northern California, the greens are very receptive. They're very, you got that lovely poana everywhere. So it's definitely a different feel. So when I moved out to Arizona, that changed everything for me, because you play a lot more bump and run shots. You got to let things release and let them. So I couldn't just throw my 60 degree at the pin and get it to check. So I think for me, only it depends where I'm playing. But, as technology changes and you start to see that you have a little more versatility between clubs, I'm a pretty open player. I know people are pretty stubborn with what they use and specifics. I'm more of, if it works and it feels good, that's what I want. So like a sand, I usually am a 60, 56 girl out of the bunker. But if I have a wedge that is going to change that part of the game, then maybe I'm open to putting, something like that in my bag. So it just really depends where you're playing and what kind of a short game. I call them artists because I think you have to be to have a good short game. But, I think it depends on what kind of game you have.
Amanda, as a pro, where would you use a 62-degree wedge?
Honestly, I am a fan. I know a lot of people probably aren't because you have to be a little more aggressive with it. I've had many bunker shots that I wish I would have had that. So, like I said, everybody's very different. But for me, I am a very aggressive player. I like to play. I guess if you looked female players and male players, I fall more in the male, like how the PGA Tour chips and gets around the greens.
Yeah.
The girls tend to have a little bit different short game. So,
Billy, you down in Florida, he mentioned wet conditions. You down in Florida, which wedge flex would you actually consider down there?
In Florida's a different animal, man. It's you never know what you're going into. Some of the grounds are really, really hard and tough. 1 minute, one is soft, the next one's too soft and muddy. You really don't know what you're going to get into. So a lot of times I'm going to change my wedge, depending on which course I'm at, and I know which courses are tougher. While we don't have the elevation, that we still have certain grounds, and like if I play north in Tampa, it's a harder ground. So being that it's harder, I'll play, a more bounced wedge for myself. But if I'm playing in my home course, it's really wet. So I have to get something that's not going to get stuck in the mud or play like that. So I have to change my grinds. I got a lot of different grinds.
Right. And I think that's the important thing to remember is when you talk about, you got the FLX, grind now, the ATK grind with Indi golf wedges. And, Amanda, I asked you about the 62-degree wedge. One of the things I could see using a 62-degree wedge is when I have a bunker right next to the green and the pin is really close, where I could get a full swing and know this thing ain't going to fly the green unless I really blade the shot. But to know that I can take a full swing out of that bunker and probably flop it high and then come straight down right next to the pin possibly.
Yeah, so I, in high school, carried a 64-degree, which is, for a high school player, is kind of, I guess, unheard of. But with that said, I like here's what I like about the 62, 64-degree stuff. It's less effort on your part to get it to open up. So, sure, I can manipulate my 56 and open the club face way up and try to hit a Phil Mickelson flop, so if you're short-sighted. But if I have a 62, it's changing the bounce a little on it. It's allowing you, it's already sitting open without you having to manipulate. So anytime we have to manipulate a club for a certain type of swing, we're just adding more variables for error. So that's kind of why I like the 62 idea or the 64 idea, because it's doing the work for you.
Yeah.
Now you have to know how to hit it and how to use it, but it is great when you're short-sighted. I mean, of course, all three of us are never short-sighted, right, guys? But
never.
For those other people that are, I teach short game to a lot of people, and I'm an advocate for aggressive short game. So
just to add to that a little bit, and Amanda knows this, but when you open that club face up, you're also making that face a lot smaller, the area that you can hit it on.
Yeah.
So that's why if you have something with more loft and you can just leave it square, now your margin for error increases, so you can get away with it if you don't hit it. Whereas when you're opening it up and you're trying to hit something, you've got a finite area to hit it, and a lot of times it doesn't work out. So that's another advantage of having the higher loft. Yeah.
Now, one thing we're seeing with you now with this contest, with the giveaway, with the Masters, theme wedge that you're giving away here with the colors, we're seeing some kind of customization here, and we know that you're coming out with the matte black of the new wedge that you guys got coming out with the ATK grind. Are we going to see more Indi Golf doing more customization with the wedges moving forward?
For giveaways and things like this, you'll see that. We're working with a company and trying to set something up where we can do more and more of this type of stuff. Right now, we can do all sorts of custom stamping. We've had that since the beginning, and so we can do that if someone wants to put their name on there or their initials or something on there. We can do that. But as far as getting into doing some of the things you see on there, like putting a picture and things like that, we're working at that. We'll get there, but we're not quite there yet. But we can do some fun colored stuff like this. So, it's always makes it a little more personal, makes it a little more exciting. And if you really like a wedge, it's nice to have that personal touch.
Don't worry, Biggs. I'll show you mine when it has that personal touch on it.
Oh my God!
Because you can't have any. I'm just saying. If you were right-handed, you'd be okay, but you're left-handed.
All right, boys. I always feel like the mom when we record. I always feel like the mom. I'm like, all right, boys, that's enough.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah,
my bad.
Mom, Billy's picking on me again.
He made me do it.
This is why I love you both.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rob, you're doing a great job, and I certainly, I hope that one day we will see Indi Golf wedges synonymous with Cleveland, with Titleist, Vokey. Hey, Billy, JP started out small. Look where he's at now.
That's right. Everybody got to start somewhere. Everybody has their own niche in the business, and Rob got something totally different. I mean, he has it for all types of levels of play.
Well, that's the thing, too, right? Because Rob has created a wedge for that person that wants to have a great time, fun time. They're not competing in a tournament and wants to experience the spin of a wedge on a green, and he has that wedge for that person. But then he's also created the TT wedge, which you and I are playing because we do compete in events and tournaments and things like that. That maximizes our control around the green, and from 125 yards, 130 yards out, and bringing it in with a wedge and wanting to stop it or spin it back. And Rob has provided all that to the golfers out there, and that's something that I think the golfers out there should look into by visiting www.indigolfclubs.com. And Rob, one more time, how can people find out more information about the giveaway and more information about you and what you're doing for the future?
Yeah, all the rules and everything for the giveaway are on www.indigolfclubs.com/giveaway. So you can see all the details there. Or, if you're on social media, look for us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. You'll see posts there that have the instructions to do that. And like we said, if you go to the website and just check us out and sign up for the newsletter, you'll automatically be entered to win this great looking wedge.
Well, it sounds really good, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck, brother. And you've helped my short game. I told you're my new best friend because my short game has just gotten better. And with what I got in my bag this year, I'm actually going to be entering the championship flight. No handicap, championship flight of the club championship here in town. So all thanks to you, brother. You're making my game
fantastic.
A lot better. So I appreciate it.
I appreciate that, guys. You guys are kind to us, and we're going to keep, like all the rest of the people in the golf industry, we want to bring as many people into the game as possible and to have fun. So we really appreciate you guys spreading the word about Indi Golf.
Make sure you go visit the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, and see what these wedges look like. See the interview that I did with Rob Lang from Indi Golf. Coming up next is a round-table discussion with the Masters to start hour number 2. We'll be right back right after this. A golf ball that performs for you. The Encore Avant 55, hot off the tee, a formulated core that delivers more energy and utilizes soft cell technology to achieve ultra-low 55 compression. This blend of innovation and simplicity provides more distance and greater feel. The caliber, maximum accuracy. A patent hollow metal core creates significant rifle spin while reducing side spin, allowing the ball to travel along a straighter trajectory. The Encore Elixir Tour Ball, hot list winner. The premium cast urethane cover delivers a soft and pure feel off the club face and gives the Elixir ultimate greenside control, durability, and unmatched putting performance. Be sure to check out their combo packages and sign up for the loyalty program. Gift cards are also available. For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is in its 5th season of identifying the best two-person amateur teams in the country. 8 teams and 4 flights in 2 age divisions represent Team USA in a Ryder Cup-style competition with their international counterparts in the King's Cup. We're looking for amateur golfers like you. The King's Cup is played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the King's Cup begins with a local qualifier. Over 100 local qualifiers will be conducted throughout the U.S. beginning in February. By finishing in the top 30% of their local qualifier, teams earn their way into the USGC King's Cup National Qualifier. The USGC is also looking for golf courses to host qualifiers. For information or to search for a local qualifier, the USGC website is www.usgolfchallenge.com.
Still using an old golf GPS watch? It's time to upgrade to ShotScope. ShotScope isn't just a golf watch, it's a fully automated golf performance tracking system on your wrist. ShotScope gives you access to over 100 tour-level statistics. Get putting analysis, short game breakdown, even find out how far you're booming your driver. All data is captured automatically by the groundbreaking ShotScope golf performance tracking system. ShotScope, the ultimate golf watch. Find out more at shotscope.com.
Hey, this is Boxer Shorts, and I've got some big news. Bigg's Golf Talk is now on iHeartRadio. You can download their app for free or go to iHeart.com and search for Bigg's Golf Talk. And make sure while you're there that you favorite us so that you'll know when we're on. Join all the other millions of listeners on iHeartRadio and listen to Bigg's Golf Talk. We're the best. Right.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here on the Lake County Sports Network, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, and on Spotify. Yeah, baby. Kicking off hour number 2 here with a Masters Roundtable discussion. Hour number 2 is sponsored by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today by visiting usgolfchallenge.com to get more information. Bigg Jon Vick, the Golf Diva, Amanda Robertson, and Bill, the Golf Father, Cuebas, here with you. Masters Week, whew, at my favorite time of the year. Woo! Yes! Masters. I'm telling you, I get psyched up when it's the Masters Week because you just can't. I don't think there's a more perfect golf course than Augusta National.
I couldn't agree more with you, Biggs. I think Augusta is, like I said, it's something that if you're there, even watching it on TV, you can tell it's just perfect. There's not a blade of grass out of place. It's just manicured. The course is a great layout. It really challenges them, and it's just what a cool thing. And after watching the amateur, the women's amateur that just went down, how amazing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely. And they have caught up with the times by allowing female members into their club and hosting a women's tournament there, and obviously the Masters is the Masters at Augusta National. That really says a lot by a private club. I mean, there's still clubs out there that don't allow women on. There's still clubs out there that don't allow African American people on their golf course, and for me, that's a shame.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about anybody being excluded from any golf course for any reason, but
Yeah, I mean, people can do what they want, whether it's private, not money. When you have money, you can dictate certain things that most wouldn't do or couldn't do, and you're going to still have the boys club and stuff like that. But they're the same guys. I've listened to some of these private clubs and the way their members talk, and you're like, you're really not that special.
No,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Besides, if you take away the fact that you have money, you take away your money.
Yeah.
And what are you? You know what I mean? You're just
doesn't sound like you have a heart. That's for sure.
No, well, that's the thing, and you see how far the women's golfing has gone. I mean, you have some of these women that I would take some of those guys in the lower rankings or even the higher rankings against some of the girls on tour, and I'm pretty sure they can give them a run for their money. You know, because you got somebody. I mean, look, you got somebody like Amanda, pounding a 270, and it's good. You know what I mean? And the way they putt, their short games are killer. But I think in today's society, to still regulate who can come and who can and all other stuff, I think it's silly. But it is what it is. That's how this world is. It's crazy.
Amanda, I could see, and I hope that I'm alive for this, that we see a women's Masters tournament at Augusta National. And let me ask you this. If we do we see Amanda Robertson coming out of retirement to make sure she gets on tour to get herself qualified for one tournament?
Well, I think time is relevant, guys, because it depends when this is going to happen. But no, I think hosting a women's event there, I'll never forget. So a couple of times we've seen an LPGA and a PGA Tour event backed up next to one another at the same course. It's rare, but it does happen. Yep. And the few times that it's happened, I've heard the comment from multiple people that they let the men play first. And you'll see this on mini tours that share courses. They always let the men play first. And then the second week are the women. And it's because they're like, well, we don't want the course torn up. But what's funny to me is 50 to 60% of the women pick the ball and they don't take divots. Mm-hmm. So I think it's hilarious to me that that's still, a thought and that's still going on. So yes, if there is a Masters, I will consider coming out of retirement to go try to qualify. I'm really excited the way golf is moving, and so hopefully we can see it there sooner or later.
And Biggs, if there's a women's Masters tournament, I am going to come out and say that I am a woman, like everybody is. I'm going to say I am a woman, and I am going to attempt to qualify because today you see what these people are like, oh, I'm a woman, and then they go and break every weightlifting record as a woman, but they're a man, and then they go back and it's like, now I'm going to embrace my manhood again. So if there's an opportunity to do that, I'm coming out of non-retirement, and I'm going to try and play in the Women's Masters tournament because even then I don't have a shot, but that's the closest I'm going to get. Well, maybe they'll let me get a ticket, but I'm going to get there.
Well, I will say this, that we do see some LPGA Tour players in the past, Hall of Famer Annika Sorenstam, performing on a man's tournament. A couple other ladies have done it too.
Brittany Lincecum,
Michelle Wee. Yeah.
Michelle Wee. Yep. Brittany. Yep.
But one thing we have,
I saw Brittany play.
One thing we have never seen, and whether it be and I'm surprised we haven't seen it. Well, maybe not, but is a man qualifying for a women's tournament on the LPGA.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. Well, maybe
you know what? I think the testosterone would not allow that to happen.
I don't know. No. Look at what. How about this with the Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner?
Whatever her name is. Yeah.
What? I mean, he was playing men's tees, and then now he was when he embraced his inner woman, and now he's playing. How fair could that be? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I understand whatever the reasoning behind it and stuff like that, but where were you born or allegedly born at, whatever? you should stick for that in sports. But you had him. He made a big deal about the women's stuff when he, transferred over or whatever they call it. But when he did, he decided to, he was woman. So what do you do? How do you acknowledge something like that? I can never see a guy, unless it's somebody like me and you, if they want to let one of us go in there, those girls are still going to tear us up.
Well, they're going to kick our ass either way. I mean, it don't. Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. I mean, I know they're going to beat me, and that's okay. I just to say I did it. Yeah.
Right.
I'd rather have any of those girls' game than the games that I presently have. They're amazing. I love watching them play. I mean, I've loved watching them on the Symetra Tour. I mean, I admire what they do, and to lessen it, by, all these crazy things and not having, equal pay and all this other stuff, it kind of bothers me because I enjoy women's golf more than I do men's golf, besides the Masters. The Masters is like my favorite.
And I will tell you, we are lucky enough to have my favorite player from the Cactus League Tour on our show hosting with us. So Amanda Robertson was my favorite. So,
guys. Well, I will tell you, so it's an interesting topic about the transgender community that we've seen kind of starting to be more of something that's talked about, it's presented. So we actually have on the Cactus Tour, when I was playing, there was a transgender woman.
No way.
Yeah, that came and played in about, she played for quite a while, and she's actually a really good friend of mine, and her and her wife, super supportive of the Cactus Tour, and she, would come out and whatnot, but, that's kind of that topic is, you were a man at one point, and so, and she's a doctor, and so there was definitely, at that time, it wasn't talked about as much, so I think it kind of wasn't presented, and like I said, I love Bobby to death. She is absolutely one of my favorite humans on this planet, and I support it all day long. But yes, that's where that line, if you were a man at one point. Now, granted, I get that transitioning and all of that changes your body, but you still have the same build, you're still, so I don't know. It's very controversial. Maybe that'll have to be my next On Par with Amanda.
Well,
maybe I'll have Bobby on, and we can hear from her.
Well, here's the thing as well is this is why in today's golfing world we need to eliminate. We have pounded this into the dirt, but we need to eliminate the gender-related tees.
Yeah, we talked about that.
They need to be what your handicap is, what your game plays like across the board. Men, women, that means a guy can logistically, if your handicap is higher than a woman's, you can logistically play the forward tees. Women, if you have a single-digit high handicap, and Bill, you said this joking around, but in a way of joking around, but let's just say Amanda takes on Bill the Golf Father Cuebas on a golf course, not a Top Golf, but on a golf course. Logistically, Amanda should be playing the pro tees, and Billy should be playing the forward tees.
Yeah. I agree,
it's based, yes. So here's the thing. It is based on handicaps, for sure, and how far. But at the end of the day, because everyone says, like, oh, Amanda, you should play the tips. But the tips are not what I play on LPGA or Symetra or Cactus.
It's like 6,500.
Right. So I need to play according to my yardage.
Right.
And just
exactly,
So the men, if you're a 15 handicap or you're a 30 handicap or you're a 5 handicap, like, you need to play accordingly. Too many times we see these guys go out there and it's a joke. So.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I see it every weekend.
I think equivalent, I think the yardage that you play is pretty much on most courses the white tees. Anyway, isn't it? White or blue tees?
It's always usually like around the white or whatever is comparable. But and it's usually a combo, and I'll play. So, like, if I'm playing somebody on the golf course, and we're doing a friendly game, there might be some money involved. We don't really know. But if we're playing, I I try to play as close to my yardage as I would in a tournament. So I'll pick a combo where I'll say, okay, guys, like rarely do we have a 430 yard par 4. They're hovering around 380, 390. Occasionally we see a 400, but it's very rare to have like a 430 par 4. So on that hole, I'm going to move up. I'm going to, and you kind of adjust. So it's interesting to me because a lot of times, I walk up on a group and they're like, oh, you're playing the tips because you're a professional. Well, no, I don't play at 7,000 yards.
Yep, absolutely.
No, that's crazy. I don't play either.
Let's get back to the Masters, and there's something about the Masters that is unique from any other tournament. That's the par 3 challenge. Obviously, the day before the actual tournament kicks off on that Wednesday, and they play the par 3 challenge, and families walked with their with dad and all that, and the sons carry the bags and stuff like that, and play some shots and stuff like that. One thing we have not seen, the person that won the par 3 challenge, hence is why a lot of these pros will not win the par 3 challenge intentionally, but we have not seen a winner of the par 3 challenge also win the Masters tournament.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the equivalent to like if I won, I like go in and I win the Pro-Am like before the tournament.
Right.
And you win the Pro-Am and you're jacked up and you're like, yeah, I'm playing so well and I'm hitting the ball better than I've ever hit it and I'm going to tear this course up, and then you go out there and, whatever. But so I think there's something to be said with kind of, I don't know, the old, like, I guess wives' tale when I started golf was always like, you want to practice crummy the day before a tournament. You don't want to have the best practice session of your life or the best round of your life right before you go play in a tournament.
Makes sense.
And now, whether or not, I mean, that's kind of just,
Right.
whatever. But it is true. It's interesting that no one has pulled it back-to-back.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, let's talk about choices of our choices for winning the Masters. Who is going to put on the green jacket this Sunday? And let's let the ladies go first here on Bigg's Golf Talk. Amanda,
you said ladies. How many ladies we have here?
You and Amanda.
Oh, okay.
Biggs, you're on it today.
Let's let the lady go first. All right. Or I should say beauty before beats. Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you see winning that green jacket Sunday?
Man, guys. So, okay, let's start here. I am a huge, and when I say huge, I'm a huge Henrik Stenson fan. He has his ups and downs. He's one of those guys that I really feel could just kind of come out with it. But he's got to get off to a pretty decent start, and I'm always rooting for Stenson. With that said, I really like Adam Scott this year. I know he's kind of been under the radar, but I'm kind of pulling for Scott.
I think Scott needs to win because I saw he got like 5 babies. So I'm like, my man needs to win because I was watching the par 3 and I don't think the oldest one is about 6, and he got like 5 of them, and I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, he might really need to win. I don't know. But I don't know. I was watching the first day on Thursday, and Henrik was having a really tough time. So, I mean, it was rough on him. The course was beating him up. So we'll see how he does. But I'm going with Tiger. I picked Tiger months ago, and I'm sticking with Tiger. That's who I'm sticking with. Tiger. For the win. Plus, I got him on my fantasy league, so I picked him a long time ago. So I need him to come through and keep me in first place of my fantasy with all the golf writers.
Billy, do you think Tiger Woods can hold up to the young guns out on that course?
The way that course has been playing, Biggs, I don't see why not. I mean, I was watching, and the first couple of days, and watching them hit the green.
and I was just for example, let's say the green is like maybe 60 feet long. They were hitting the back of the green. The ball would spin back a little bit, and the ball would roll all the way past the front of the green, off the green, down into the approach. And I was sitting it was insane watching how far that ball would drop. I mean, there were some of them weren't even hitting spin, and that ball would hit right by the hole and just keep rolling backwards. So it was rough. I mean, the course is there's a par 4 that was playing almost 600 yards. So, and then there's a par 5 that you have to lay up. There's no way for you to get to. No way that I can see anybody getting to the green unless they do a lot of praying. You have to lay up. That course because that course is forcing the long guys to lay drivers. They were hitting it about 300 yards. Then you had guys like Henrik. He was 3-wood because he couldn't use his driver. It was forcing them to put their driver away. And you had guys, his driver, everything was. It's rough. You have to play really, really smart. You just can't go there and hit it because they're ending up in the trees. And then you know how those beautiful flowers at? They're ending up in these beautiful flower patches, and then they can't find their ball, which is right off of the green, and now they got to go back and hit again. So they're taking penalties. So it's all smart. It's all about positioning. So long might not be the best going on this weekend. Depending on pin position. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to have some finesse out there for sure. I mean, like you said, Bill, some of these greens, I'm telling you, they hit like perfect shots into them, but they just so much spin on the ball. But these guys, because they hit it so long, wedge, and it is zipping backwards, like you said, 20 feet.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you talk about finesse, and we have talked about guys that this course might fit. Well, I have a guy. I have a guy, and he's in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the scientist of golf. And his name, Team Cobra very own Bryson DeChambeau, ladies and gentlemen. Bryson DeChambeau will put on that green jacket on Sunday. And here's why. I'm going to break it down for you like he likes to break down the golf game. You have a guy
break it down.
That takes science into fact. He has broken down the Augusta National Golf Course in a scientific way. He knows those greens. He knows what those greens are going to do. He knows what he must do. So I think he has input science into the 2019 Masters Tournament, and I think Bryson, the scientist, DeChambeau, will win the Masters.
Oh, boy.
I think it's because you're playing the same clubs, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, and are they really the same,
Well, we know they're not the same club. Okay, let's make it the same brand.
I was going to say, see what, I think, no, that's good that DeChambeau has, people that support him and are fans. He's such an odd dude, but I mean, I respect him.
Yes.
I think, but he's very odd. He's very analytical, very, precise about, he is the scientist of golf, and he's found a way to make it work for himself. I think the reason why I always kind of feel a little off with DeChambeau is, I just am more, I guess, of a feel player and less a little bit about geeking out on the science behind it. But I respect it. It works for him. So, Biggs, I can't say anything about it. He is a good player. He wouldn't be, let me tell you, all of these guys are good players.
Yes.
He wouldn't be there if they weren't.
Right.
So we already know how hard it is to get on tour, and especially for the men. So, I'm interested in
conversation with him, Biggs, and what he talks about on TV is it's worse in real person when he's actually practicing,
right,
and going through his routine and all the stuff and talking all that stuff. I think when he retires, he's going to become like a weatherman or something. Because this guy, he was talking about barometric
right?
pressure, and the wind as a relative to this, and the way the sun was coming up, and this and that. And I was like, he made my head hurt. And I was like, wow. And then he would go and vomit 330 yards. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I didn't catch that flush. And then he was checking his watch, and everybody was like, what are you checking for? He's checking for the pressures and all this other stuff that he had. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I wish I could do that. I mean, I just know, like, oh, I hit the ball. Okay, yeah, the wind came, and I'm hoping it's coming from behind me because,
the wind that is.
Yes, exactly. He is a very unique, and he's so young.
Yes,
yet he's so young to which is amazing. He's as young as he is, and you see him next to Lexi and Ricky. And he's like an old man in comparison to the two. You know what I mean? They're just so laid back and fun and ha ha ha. And he is just like serious and all about the numbers. Everything's about the numbers. It's incredible. And yet he does so well. So it's amazing to watch him play.
Yeah, as much fun as we like to, heckle Biggs over that pick. I think there's potential there for sure. I mean, I just do. There's really strong candidates in the field for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. Even Mickelson was playing well. Mickelson had been playing well.
DJ's playing well, yeah.
Who isn't a Phil fan? Come on, guys. Who doesn't love Phil?
Right, exactly.
Yes, everybody loves
He's such
Phil.
a fan favorite, and I'm excited to see what Connors does this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he the very first day he was on the leaderboard, and watching his wife, I think is like priceless. She is amazingly supportive of him golfing, and when he finished his round the other day, he was in first place. And when he finished and he was on the top of the leaderboard, her facial expressions when he plays, it's like she's almost in shock. Everything he does, and she's just like, oh my God. And I just love, I think they should keep a camera on her the whole entire time, because she's a show in itself. But she's proud. They actually had an interview of him the first day after his round. He got there. He was lucky he got there, and he's making good use of being there. It's not like, he's a low-ranked player and not holding his own. He was holding his own, the first couple of days. So,
all right. Speaking of holding his own, we got to hold it here on Biggs Golf Talk, because coming up next, it is Strackaline. Jim Stracka to be joining us next on Biggs Golf Talk. As a matter of fact, Billy's got to go for a break, and he'll join us for Biggs Product of the Week, but he's got to take a break here. Billy, you got to go off for a few minutes here, but you're going to be back a little bit later on. More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
Golf is a dirty game. It's time to clean it up with Ready Pot, the only putter cover with a built-in ball cleaner and magnetic surface. Clean balls roll accurately, meaning you make more putts. Sink more, swear less. Clean up your game with Ready Pot.
Welcome back to Biggs Golf Talk, right here on the Lake County Sports Network, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, and on Spotify. Bigg Jon Vick, along with the Golf Diva, Amanda Robertson. And this is a flip, because Billy now has to take some time off. He's at an event right now, so he had to take about a half hour off, and he'll be right back with us soon enough. But Amanda, hi.
Hello.
It's usually you that has to kind of skirt out, if you will, during the show,
right?
Because you are such a busy girl, and everybody wants your attention and all that, and you got to be on the golf course. So
I know. Normally I'm jet-setting around and whatnot, but no, it's great to actually be in one spot for a minute.
Amanda, as you know, as a pro, we talked about the short game a little earlier, but we also know how important it is once you get on that green, how important it is to make that first putt, to read the green, and to really, think about it. If you could knock down one putt per 18 holes, let's say 9 holes out of the 18 holes, you could knock down one putt, off your score. That's 9 strokes that you can have less off your score.
Yep.
That's huge.
100%. Yeah. Think about it. How many times have I missed a qualifier by one shot?
Right.
So, yeah, it's very important.
Well, how about if there's a company out there or a service out there that can help you improve your putting game?
Yeah, that's definitely what the golf game needs, especially for the higher echelon players that are really trying to make putts and stuff, and really caring and standing over the ball and needing that read on a green for sure.
Well, how about a company called Strackaline? They are on the leading edge of golf's next wave of technology, working to enhance the game for professionals and amateurs alike. Hey, listen, while Strackaline produces several innovative products, the company is most known for its green guides, which are used on every major professional tour and by more than 300-plus college teams, including Division I national champions. And you as a professional, are you familiar with Strackaline, Amanda?
Yes, I definitely am. And, it's one of those things like we talk about. Every player is so different, but I really haven't seen – I know a lot of players that use it and are reliant on knowing every inch of what's going on the green. So that's a big deal. When you start to get to a level of you want to qualify, you want to be able to compete, you really have to know it's not just a game of standing over kind of plumb bobbing it at that point. So it is a really big deal, and I think a company like this is huge. This is what we need and what we use. So
let's welcome our next guest here on Bigg's Golf Talk in hour number 2, and he is Jim Stracka from Strackaline. Jim, welcome into Bigg's Golf Talk.
Hey, John, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man, and I hear you're the guy to talk to if I want to knock putts off my game.
Absolutely.
I've
been to that PGA show, and I can take more shots off your score than if you took the whole PGA show and rolled it into one. I could save you more shots off your game than just helping you read putts better.
That is a huge boast and a huge thing to say and claim, and trust me, I know people that know about Strackaline and say you're the real deal, but you have some big news when it comes to the USGA, don't you?
Absolutely. The USGA proposed a rule last year, and they were trying to figure out what this green reading stuff was all about, and we had some conversations with them, and they did put a new rule out there, but basically our books are completely legal moving forward. So there's a lot of talk out there that the books are illegal, but you see them on tour every week. They are 100% legal, and all of our books are 100% legal.
Wow. That is awesome and a huge accomplishment to be able to use that and have guys on a tour. Amanda, you said it earlier how crucial it is to be able to read that putt and be able to, now all you have to do is make the stroke. Being able to look at this book and see how this green moves, huh?
Yeah, I think, like I said, once again, every player is so different, and I'm probably on the more relaxed end as far as knowing is like green reading. I do a lot by feel, but I will tell you, if you can buy into the idea of reading greens and you see more of these players working with their caddies using these books, it's huge. It's amazing, the ability to just stand over a putt and to be, the idea is to be more confident than ever. So when you stand over a putt, the only thing you should have to worry and focus on at that point is, like you said, putting a pure stroke on it. So if you can read a green and I can hone in even 15% better than I normally would, why wouldn't you do it?
Absolutely.
It's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. Jim, how did it all start for you? I mean, what made you actually get into this and, come out with these green maps?
Well, about 10 years ago, I was playing with Scotty Cameron. He's a guy who makes putters. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes.
Well, Scotty gave me one of his prototype putters that he makes, and he makes the best putters in the world. No question about it. But my simple thought was every putter, it just hits the ball straight. And if you don't know where to hit it, what chance does it have to go in the hole? So I pieced together the technology to laser scan greens and to create essentially a map of the green. So that way, when you're on the green and you're approaching the green, you're going to have a pretty good idea if you're uphill, downhill, moving right, moving left. And that's all we're doing is just like Amanda said, we're giving you some information. We're giving you some confidence that the ball's going to move right. It's uphill, moving right. Hit a stroke, and you're going to have a much better chance for that ball going in when you hit a good stroke.
How is the data collected?
We use industrial lasers, and we collect a couple million data points per green. Then we take that and we put it into what's called a point cloud. That's engineering technology talk. And then from there, we take it and we crunch that data, and we develop a X, Y, and Z point cloud of that data, which is elevation and other bits of information around the green. And the end product is our contours that will give you the slope of the green, and then arrows that will tell you how the ball is going to roll on the green. So you don't have to worry about all the technical stuff behind it, because all you have to do is figure out how the arrows are pointing and then understand how the ball will react around those arrows, and then that will tell you if you're uphill, downhill, moving right, moving left around the hole.
So, I mean, how does this work? Do you travel to the different courses to do that, or do you maybe have the courses do it but just provide them the information on how to do it? How does that work?
No, we have an engineer that goes out to each course and laser scans each green. And then that data is electronically transmitted back to the office, and then the guys in the office crunch that data until we put it into a database that is accessible to the people that use the app. They can print their own guides, or we can just ship you a book that's ready to use out of the box.
And how many golf courses does Strackaline have under its belt?
We're just under 1,000 courses now.
Wow. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's really...
So if somebody wanted to say, you know what, I want a Strackaline book, but my course, I don't know if and they don't see the course listed, could they recommend the course to you?
It's real simple. So for just $1,500, that covers everything, and you get 100 books that the course can either resell in their shop, or if a member buys it, they can hand them out to their buddies. So that's all it costs. It's $1,500, and that covers all the engineers coming out to your course, all the travel, everything included, and you get 100 books shipped to you.
Now, what about the guys on the tour that use the books? Because people think, they are only using it to reading greens, but it's much, much more than that, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We have what we call a concierge service for the guys on tour, and they actually get a new book every day they're playing. And inside the book, it has the hole location for each green for that day. And we print what's called the fall line around the green. And Amanda, you understand a fall line. Those are the straight putts above and below the hole.
Yep. Yes.
So
you definitely do.
Yeah. So if you're inside the green area of the fall line area, that's telling you that you can hit that ball inside the hole, and it's really not going to move outside the hole from that from about 10 feet away. And the
That's
same
such
thing
valuable
goes for
information. Such valuable information.
Absolutely. And then, if you're outside that area, now you have to put the ball outside the edge or a little bit. And that's your simple guide. And what the pros are doing, Mickelson's one of our longtime customers. He uses the book as he's walking up to the green. And then, so now he has a pretty good idea of what the putt's going to be doing. And then when he gets on the green, he reads the putt because he already has that information in the back of his mind, and it helps him make a more confident putt much quicker.
What I found amazing about, and I have some information in front of me, a big push, right, Amanda, this year about pace of play. Rules are changed because they want to speed the rounds up. I mean, leave the pin in. That helps.
Yep.
Speed the round up. But what I find amazing is companies like Strackaline really provide a software to help collect data to help keep the pace of play moving on the golf course. And Jim, let me ask you about that software, the whole location software that you have for golf courses out there to really help collect data to find out what hole is the trouble hole, where should the pin be, how much time is taken on this hole, and all that stuff. Seems to me that you've created that software to help golf courses determine this.
Exactly, John. That data. So for the golfer, we provide the green reading books, but for the golf course, we have technology for them to help them with their hole locations. And we've done studies with some of these college events where we've shaved 15 to 20 minutes off their round just by making sure the hole location is instead of unfair areas. It's amazing how much time we can help a golf course get people through the hole quicker just by making sure the holes are put in the right place.
Yeah. I've said that all along where, golf courses really need to consider on where they do place their hole positions instead of, back in the day, they would just choose a location, not thinking about, this can slow play up. But in all reality, how difficult that hole location is can actually slow the course up. And, to hear the data of that and the amount of time that was saved, Amanda, that is huge, don't you think?
I really do. I mean, it's incredible to think, time saved, like you said. I've beaten the dead horse by talking about my opinion about the rules and how they're trying to make everything be fast and go. And I think you lose a lot of integrity that way in the tradition of golf. But when you have things like this that are actually helping with pace, that aren't changing the game in the sense of like the rules, I love that. That's where we need to make up time, not, the other 50 things that I think are awful. But, I really think that's something that's huge. And if we could start focusing more on that kind of stuff, that's going to make a huge improvement.
Absolutely. Jim Stracka, how can people find out more information about Strackaline and what you have to offer for the golfer? And how can golf courses find out more information about what you have as far as the hole location software?
Super simple, Strackaline.com, Strackaline. That'll get you there, and the numbers are listed for golfers. The books are listed. They can buy them online. You can buy the app. It's all right there at Strackaline.com.
There you go. Jim Stracka, thank you so much for joining us here at BiGGs Golf Talk.
Thanks, John. Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you.
Amanda, I got to tell you, when you have a company like Strackaline, we talked about it. If you could chip and putt, you could really lower those scores and hence have more fun on the golf course.
Oh, 100%. And that's what we want, I mean, Biggs, we've talked about it a million times over. Let's make improvements there. Let's not change the game and make it a sloppy, go out and hit it wherever you want it kind of round. Let's find ways like this to help people with their score, speed up pace of play, they have fun, but it's still golf at the end of the day.
Well, and think about it. You guys were talking about fall lines and everything else, the fall areas, and golf courses, setting these pin positions maybe not near that fall line or not near this area of the green. I mean, saving 20 minutes on a round of golf on an average gets more golfers and more money into the golf shop.
Yep, it's huge. It's awesome. And I think it's brilliant.
Absolutely, I agree. More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way. Coming up next is Biggs Product of the Week. We'll be right back right after this. The Spider Divot Tool's revolutionary new design is better for greens and makes ball mark repairs easy. No sharp ends or dirt in your pocket, the Spider achieves amazing results with little or no skill. With a simple push-pull action, the Spider makes ball marks disappear quicker and better for a smoother putting surface. The Spider includes a magnetic ball marker and is made of milled aluminum to last a lifetime. It also makes a great gift for your next tournament and that special golfer who has it all. The Spider tool from Instagolf is a must-have in every golfer's bag. For more information about the Spider Divot Tools, their website is www.spiderdivottools.com and enter promo code BIGG Golf Talk to get 10% off your purchase. www.spiderdivottools.com. The Spider Divot Tools is the official divot tool of Biggs Golf Talk. A golf ball that performs for you. The Encore Avant 55, hot off the tee, a formulated core that delivers more energy and utilizes soft cell technology to achieve ultra-low 55 compression. This blend of innovation and simplicity provides more distance and greater feel. The Caliber, maximum accuracy. A patent hollow metal core creates significant rifle spin while reducing side spin, allowing the ball to travel along a straighter trajectory. The Encore Elixir Tour Ball, hot list winner. The premium cast urethane cover delivers a soft and pure feel off the club face and gives the Elixir ultimate greenside control, durability, and unmatched putting performance. Be sure to check out their combo packages and sign up for the loyalty program. Gift cards are also available. For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore. Biggs Product of the Week is sponsored by the U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today and participate in a local qualifier near you. Now, if they don't have a local qualifier near you, talk to the local golf course, your favorite golf course, to have them host a qualifier, and you can visit usgolfchallenge.com on how they can do that. Qualify for the King's Cup. But, Bill and I, we're going to be up at the King's Cup in May, so that's going to be an exciting time.
This is the granddaddy of it all, so, I'm looking forward to it. Can you imagine we're going to Bay Hill?
Yes.
That in itself is an incredible, and then we got Ireland coming.
That is probably the second on my bucket list that I've always wanted to get, was Bay Hill. First, obviously, is what's happening this week.
Georgia.
Yes. Yes.
I got Georgia on my mind.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, but so we're gonna do that. We're actually gonna get to play. We're gonna be doing our live show. I believe that Thursday we'll have the live show. We'll be doing some Facebook lives, interviewing the players. I'm looking forward to talking to the guys in Ireland because they were lucky. They've hosted the Americans the past few years, and in 2020 they'll be hosting the event in Ireland. But hopefully there'll be even more teams because it looks like we're expanding and everything. So there's a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of growth, rapid growth. It's a good year. So 2018 is going to be really good.
When I said, if you don't have a local qualifier near you, listen, I just did it this past Thursday. I talked to a golf course near my house, and they're on board. They're going to host a local qualifier. As a matter of fact, I'll be making an introduction with Patrick and Dave from the golf course.
Yep.
And it's a 9-hole course, but they're still going to host a qualifier.
That's
so even
crazy.
if it's a 9-hole course and it's your favorite course, that 9-hole course can host a qualifier. And just talk to the pro, talk to the general manager, whatever the case might be. But, yeah, let's get a local qualifier near everybody's home, and
that's what I'm thinking. Well, you
represent USA.
Yeah, because you've seen I know Aaron Ellis. He had reached out because he's over in North Carolina, and he's looking to have a qualifier out there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that are really interested in it. I know this past weekend I was talking to the head pro at my home golf course at Babes of Harris, and I was explaining it to him, and I told him I want to actually help him do a qualifier and actually help him work the qualifying event. So I want to whip my toes in it, and maybe, you know what, not for nothing, if I find the right partner, I might even try and play in it.
There you go.
So all you need is a legit handicap. You need a registered handicap, and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of good things coming, man. Check their website, find that qualifier. And like we said, if you don't have one in your area, make one. Make a connection.
Yes.
It's simple. All you got to do is make a connection. The guys over there at USGC, they'll do all the legwork. All they need to know is which pro is or which golf course, and they do all the work. So let's get these qualifiers up and running.
And not for nothing, but I'll say this to you. If you have a golf course and you got a contact name, email it to us, biggsgolftalk@gmail.com. And we will do the work and get it facilitated with that golf course near you. So all you have to do is provide me a golf course and a contact name. That is it.
Simple.
That is it. And we'll make it happen. All right, Biggs, product of the week. This week, Billy, what do you have for Biggs product of the week?
Biggs, I thought you were going to do it.
I do have it. I mean, I know what it is, but you're...
What is it? I want to check. This is a test.
It is photo ball marker.
Yes! And you know why it's photo ball marker? The holidays are coming. Mother's Day, Father's Day, all the great days are coming.
Even Easter, it's great for an Easter gift as well.
It is,
for
because
Easter basket.
Absolutely, golf season's coming up, and I think I have like 30 of these ball markers. I got the jumbo size. I got every size, double sided. I got them. I love them. They capture your favorite moments. You put them, and you can use them to golf. I love it. You've seen some of the ones I have. We got some Biggs Golf Talk ones too.
Absolutely, and I think what I hear from a rumor, but I hear we're going to have double-sided ball markers to give away. One side with the Golf Father logo, the other side with Biggs Golf Talk logo.
Woohoo! We're going to be giving away at our events?
Yes.
Live events?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And oh, my God. You know how many giveaways we have? We're going to be giving away a lot of stuff during these live events.
Yep.
This is awesome. And we got live events as a USGC, so we're going to have to give up a couple over there to those guys from Ireland. They're going to take us back.
Yes, absolutely.
They're going to have the luck of the Irish, but we're going to, US is going to beat them, though, but it's okay. We won't tell them that. We got to be,
Photoballmarker.com is the website. Turn your favorite photo into something special. And I mean any photo, Billy. You know it. I know it. They have great sets for specials. They have a 5-photo set. They have a 3-photo set. Build your own set. Combos, 3 jumbo ball markers and 1 jumbo hat clip. Jumbo ball marker, 2-sided. We talked about that a little bit. Team and group sets. So if you have a golf team, so Team Ireland, if you're listening, hello, Team Ireland, Team USA, how about photo ball markers for those teams? And they also have a 5-marker gift card as well. So if you want to just get a gift card because you don't know what type of photo, but it's great for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, retirement gifts, a birthday gift, any kind of special occasion. School golf teams. This is great for your school golf team as well. And like Billy said, we definitely have I have multitude of photo ball markers. And, I say it in the open about photo ball marker, preserve that something special forever, and you really can. How many of us have put regular photos just on a disc? And all of a sudden we don't know where that disc is. Or we digitalize the photo and we have it on our computer, but how often do we go back and see it? Folks, I'm telling you, turn it into a photo ball marker and you have this thing forever. I have my son's first home run on a photo ball marker, and I have it in my photo ball marker collection. So all I have to do is open the little book I have, and it's right there. So no searching, I just know it's a photo ball marker. When Xavier was a puppy, and it's a very popular photo ball marker, but a photo was captured with him sticking out his tongue, and I have that as a photo ball marker. So you have some special moments, some funny moments, and photo ball marker can really turn it into something and really preserve it forever. And the one good thing about Ken and Shar, these are two, it's a husband and wife operation.
Amazing people.
Yes. Amazing. So right now, if you order by April 14th, it will ship by April 16th. That's how fast of a turnaround that
they are fast.
They get it. So you could create a very special gift in just minutes. And right now, a set of 5 golf ball markers and 1 accessory for $34.95. And however, you enter the promo code BGT or Biggs Golf Talk and save $5 off your order.
That's huge. $5. That's big savings.
Big. And you don't have to do it with that $35 order. No. You want to see what these things look like? You want to just get a $12 jumbo ball marker? Go ahead. Enter the promo code and save $5. That is now under $10.
That is crazy. That's big savings, Big. I love it. And they're great people, great customer service. And with Mother's Day around the corner, they make great gifts. And they have so many different accessories, whether they want to put it on a keychain or they want to put on a necklace. They can make multitudes of different gifts. I mean, mothers, golfers, everybody's going to love them.
Absolutely. Now, Billy, let me ask you this. What are some of your favorite photo ball markers?
I have my twins' confirmation. I have one with us. I have special events that I've done. I have one. I was driving in New York when I went to visit my friend's grave who had passed away. And as I was driving by the Cross Bronx Expressway over the river, the sun was coming up. And as I was driving to the airport, and it looked like a cross had just made its way onto the ocean. And I snapped a picture. It came out beautiful, man. So I made that into a ball marker. I have my first golf father from when I did Play Famously from Mizuno. So I did that. That's how long I've been with them.
Right.
So I've been using them for a long time. I even have it. Yeah, I even captured my memories from Play Famously. So every year I've had new ones. So I've always made a couple every year. And I love them. I have my daughter. I have a couple with my daughter that's in the military. So when she first got deployed, I have those memories captured. I have a lot of them. I love them.
One of my favorite photo ball markers that I have is one I just received not that long ago. And it's In His Grip photo ball marker.
Oh, I didn't know that you did that one, you sly dog. I didn't know you had that one. I don't have one of those. That's messed up. I want one.
It's just a reminder for me as I have that, and if I play and I use it, just a reminder of our God and our Lord and His grip and how good of a God He is. I wear the bracelet every single day, and I look at Philippians 4:13, and it says it all. Trust in your God. And
absolutely,
Billy, I'll tell you, when I got that ball marker, I just got goosebumps. Because it's something I can use. I mean, I use a Biggs Golf Talk ball markers, but, I love this ball marker because every time I see it, I think of the man that introduced us to In His Grip,
Yes. Absolutely. No, I agree. That's neat. I have the bracelets. I have multiple bracelets. Hats. I have exactly. We have the hats too. but I have one of the bracelets literally right in front of my computer. So every time when I'm working on my computer, I have a cross. I have my rock that says, "Remember, I'm with you always," Matthew 28:20, and then I have my Philippians 4:13 in his grip. So, even though it's my desk, that I work and it's kind of messy, but I still see my stuff. I have it right there, right in front of me, so I can remember all the time. A lot of the stuff that we do, it's a lot of work, a lot of time consuming. The benefits are amazing because of the people that we get to meet, like Scott. I have a lot of stuff that I'm hoping to do this year in Tennessee, and if it works out well, I'm hoping to do one of his events.
I'll tell you, one of the other things that I want to do, and I think every one of us that's listening to this program probably could use one of these, and you can head over to Photo Ball Marker and create one for yourself today.
Yep.
Is a You Matter. 2 words.
Yep.
You Matter.
Oh, yes, with the hashtag.
Yes.
I like that. I like that a lot. And you know what else we got to do? Not for nothing, because this is our product of the week, and she's not with us. We got to get Amanda. I don't know if Amanda has any.
I don't know. We have to find out.
I know she get some get backswing events.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think that would be cool.
Absolutely.
So, yes, I think we're going to have to talk to our boy Ken. You got to get her a couple, bigs with the maybe, with that backswing.
Not for nothing. You know what else would look cool, Bill?
What?
A double-sided ball marker in his grip, You Matter.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. I like that. You know what I want for my next one? I think we need to make at least 3 of them.
Yes.
From our radio show. We got to capture one of me and you and Amanda, the 3 of us. Yes, we need one of those. We got to find, that's going to be our mission. Yep. We need to find a picture, and I'm going to send it to you. You do it, whatever. We'll make them up for the 3 of us.
Yes.
That'd be perfect. You see, I love that. That's awesome. Creative juices are flowing. Get your photo ball marker, people.
Save $5 today with the promo code BGT or Biggs Golf Talk at photoballmarker.com. Photo Ball Marker. Preserve that memory forever today. And that is your Biggs product of the week. And now, before we leave you, we need a phrase of the week.
Mm-hmm.
How can we not?
I got one.
What?
Photo ball marker. Or, in his grip, pick one. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock,
I say
tick-tock, tick-tock.
Use either one.
Okay, use either one.
There you
Photo
go.
ball marker
or in his grip. That tells us which one would be your favorite.
That's right. Woohoo! That's it. You can't lose.
That's right.
You got to. Yep. Awesome.
Phrase of the week: photo ball marker or in his grip. There you go.
Work for it. There you go, baby.
Absolutely. All right. That does it for Biggs Golf Talk. And, Billy, I hope you get a lot of golfing in, and I hope you have a great, great week.
Thank you, brother. I hope you get to golf. Hope the weather holds out for you, man. I know your golfing weather's finally starting to come.
I'll tell you what, man, the meeting was just Thursday, so practice round this coming Thursday for me. And obviously, we are going to be getting ready for New Mexico and doing a lot of golfing out there the week after that. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So
me too.
Video shoots and everything else out there. So, it's going to be a fun time.
Awesome. I can't wait, brother. Well, enjoy your round of golf this week, and I look forward to next week.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, until next week, everybody out there, I hope you guys get a round of golf in. And for Amanda Robertson, the Golf Diva, for Bill, the Golf Father Cuebas, I'm Bigg Jon Vick. This has been Biggs Golf Talk. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening, and you matter.